Who did the intro last time?
I believe it was me last time.
I shall do the intro this time. Right, just make sure that the Winamp is not too loud. It's kind of a bit. Let's get down to 9%. That should be fine. The OST is 1.2 gigabytes. Fine, don't worry about it. I've already got it. So, hi everyone. Welcome to Warhammer Painting with Bula and Cornish. I'm joined, as ever, by the wonderful Mr. TheCornishKnight. And what are you painting today, good sir?
I'm actually going to finish up this dreadnought that I did as a bit of a painting break. And then, as per usual, as I've done for numerous streams now, I'm going back to the cavalry because I hate myself.
Yay!
I love using them in tabletop, but they're such a fucking pain to paint.
Yeah. So I'm continuing with my Tau fixation. I am wondering whether my camera has got color correction on it. To be honest, I like the color correction on it. I like it. It's good. Yes, sorry. Yes, so I'm going to be doing drones. I realized during the battle I had that I didn't have enough drones to service all of my units. So I'm going to go back through all of the boxes that I've sort of mostly built. I'm going to find the drones. I'm going to build them. That's my plan. So, shall we? First one is going to be the Riptide. Eep.
Fucking paint water. I forgot to change it. I'll be right back.
It's alright. Okay, that's slightly concerning. It is slightly concerning, actually. I don't think I've got drone pieces here. Do I have the instructions? No, I do not. Oh dear. Hey, welcome in Deus Ex Macchiato. Oh shit, did you get that from eBay? What, this? No. I've already built this, actually. I'll show you, it's right here. I built this. There it is. I just don't think I built the drones for it. However, so here's my Riptide. Here's the Riptide box. There doesn't seem to be any drones in here. Concerning.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Although there is these plinth things, and I don't know whether this is for the Riptide potentially being flying. I don't know. I doubt it. It's a bloody big model.
No, they're not big enough to support the Riptide. If it was big enough to support the Riptide, it would be the same stand that the Valkyrie's on.
Right. So, either I have misplaced the Riptide's bits, or I've already built the drones. Now, let me get my box with my army in it, because it's got every drone that I own. I'm going to count them. Move this shit out the way. Oh, I can see. Oh shit. Stuff's just gone everywhere. Oh, bollocks. Oh, there's an empty ice cream box now somewhere.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Mega Pikachu. Welcome in.
Hey, there we go. Yes, the Cornish Knight is joining us for some Warhammer painting, as we do every Wednesday. So I am gonna. I keep all of my armies in shoeboxes. Here is my.
Valid.
This is where I keep my Tau.
I think it's very, very appropriate that your tower in an airwaves box.
An airwalk box, yes. So, I have a feeling that I have actually got enough drones. Oh yeah, my friend gave me a drone because he doesn't want it anymore. So I just need to repaint that at some point. It's going to be the only based model in my unit. Right, so I suspect that these two missile drones came with the Riptide. I suspect these two are his. Because on the box, it's in fact this one definitely is, because look at the little red line on there. That's Riptidal. So I think I have bought them. I've already got them. There's the other one. There's the other one. Riptide drone. Right, gotcha. So I don't have to worry about the Riptide anymore. I have his drones. Oh, careful.
Yeah,
I believe I've got 6 drones for my crisis suits already built. I've got 3 shield drones. I've got a missile drone. I've got 2 gun drones. Another missile drone. Another gun drone. So this is looking good now. Okay, so what have I got? So I've got 3 shield drones, 1, 2, 3 gun drones. I'm going to say that those are the crisis suits. Okay, so those are 6, and so I should have a further 4. Because the Ethereal came with some, and I think the Ethereal had this Guardian drone, which is you can only have 1 of those, so that's great. And I've got a missile drone, another missile drone, and another shield drone, and this additional gun drone. Cool. I think I've got all of the drones for the Riptide and the other units that I've built so far. Excellent. So I'll just pop these drones back in here. Awesome. So it's just
Cornish's chat because Twitch will let me verify my account. Well, I just did, but that's because your chat's linked. Yeah, that was because the amount of spam bots I was getting offering me like free follows and stuff like that, and trying to drop like AI generated Twitch logos and stuff like that. And some of them were sort of really starting to fake conversations.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's your favorite game to stream? Well, this has sort of been my primary game. Oh, cool. By the way, I'm an artist, and I'm like, oh, right, fuck off.
No, I actually genuinely think that those aren't AI. By the way, I think those are artists. There are just a lot of artists, and not enough work for artists in the on the Twitch game. But anyway, yes.
Not enough artists in the Twitch game, motherfucker.
Not enough work.
It wasn't for Twitch.
Yeah, not enough work going for them. Oh shit! The fuck? What's this?
Some of them are, but like I already have an artist. That's the thing.
Ooh, I think the Ghost Kills drones look fancy. Okay.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at this. It's got wings. It's got wings and shit. All right.
Oh, it's got canards.
I'm excited now. I want to see this. Okay, so.
Oh my god, the drones have canards.
Let me see. Oh, bollocks!
Drop them.
The drone bases just fell. I don't know how many just fell. I think just the one fell. Yeah, I think it's just the one. I think I'm good. Okay. So there's that's. Oh yeah, Farsight. And oh no, he didn't come with drones. He doesn't have drones. I don't think he can have drones. Farsight.
I don't think he does.
No.
Epic heroes tend to have very little customization options.
Indeed. I'll put Farsight's instructions away. I'm going to go back to. Wait, did the 300 channel points bonus from following Cornish also apply on Bula stream? I don't think so, but it might have done.
I don't believe so.
Holy shit!
If you're sub to Bula, then chances are you probably get a bonus.
Oh yeah, you do get a bonus when you subscribe, and I know that you did get a gift sub last time. You got gifted a gift sub. You had like 200 before, and now you have 600. Nice. Right, what am I looking at here? I'm looking for drones in this this instruction booklet. Here we go. There's the drone stuff. What about the drones for the Ghost Kill? I don't think the Right, I'm just going to look at the image on the front. Yeah. The Ghost Keel's drones do have the wings. It's not telling me about the Ghost Keel's drones in here at all. In this instruction book. Hang on. No, that's the stealth suits. They also have drones, which is great. They should come with a Guardian drone, I believe. Not a scout drone. Yeah, I'm not seeing his. Oh, there they are. There they are. Found them.
Right. 800 before, but now 600. Oh, okay. Well, I've given up trying to understand the vagaries of.
So stealth drones. These are. Right. So the main reason I'm going drone crazy at the moment is because I fell in love with the idea of having marker drones and shield drones on everything, because shield drones are ridiculously useful. Right, so the Ghost Keel battlesuit, what can it have? I just randomly came to this page actually. So it can have stealth drones twice per battle. After an attack is allocated to this model, you can change the damage characteristic of that attack to 0. That's ridiculous.
Yes. So that's before the opponent will. That's before the opponent rolls to hit and wound, etc.
Yeah. So basically, he goes. I shoot at you, and I go. Damage characteristic is now 0. So would he then just not bother rolling for the rest of the for the damage and that? So obviously it won't.
He can. So. Good question.
I don't. Yeah.
So he can still roll to make the attack because there are. There are still ways to wound a unit.
Yeah.
Without. So, for example, say you had that ability.
Yeah.
You activated that ability, but the person who's shooting you still has devastating wounds on that weapon.
Right. Okay.
I think devastating wounds would if they roll to wound, they roll a 6. It's like, okay, that's a devastating wound. That wound would still go through, even though the damage is 0.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So this right here is the page I was looking at. So I need some of these marker drones. I've already got some shield drones. I need marker drones in particular because I need both my fire warrior squads to have marker drones. Because that means they can work in pairs, and one of them can help the other one shoot, and they get a +1 to. I mean, they can do this anyway. They get a +1 to the ballistic skill. But if you got a marker drone, they can ignore cover on top of that, which is sexy. Yeah. So there you go.
It is. We do have a question from chat, by the way.
Oh, okay.
What were the ideas behind your names? Like, what's the lore?
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I can do. So, when I first started streaming on Twitch, I just used the username that I was using a lot at the time, which was JRaptor118. Then, my growth's been a bit of a weird one in terms of like viewership and stuff like that, because I got made affiliate, and then I was just sort of slow, like a lot of people can sort of measure their growth like month to month. Me, are sort of measuring it year by year. Like, I know I've dipped quite a bit in the last 2 years.
That's the COVID dip, the post-COVID dip. Everyone's had the same.
Yeah, but I made affiliate, and I thought I wanted something a bit more marketable in a way. Because like I heard about sponsorships and stuff like that, and I thought, we're here with TheCornishKnight sounded a lot better than, we're here with JRaptor118. So that's why I went with the name change.
Fair.
And then I paid an artist friend of mine actual money for actual art.
Oh.
And got like my channel art and stuff like that. I mean, I say that this is back in like 2018.
Yeah.
2018, 2019. And then I got channel art and stuff like that. And then I paid a friend of mine to make 2 emotes. I also knew he was like he was changing between like 3 different jobs and moving house and a whole bunch of other stuff.
So he needed
So
it.
actually get those emotes for like a year. That poked him
Oh
and went,
shit!
"Are you done with those emotes?" And he went, "Oh shit, yeah, fuck. What was the brief again?" And I was like, gave him the brief, and then like 2 weeks later, I got the emotes.
Nice. Oh man, I need to. Now that I don't have as many dogs, I should probably look into getting some actual emotes, because you know, when I had 3 dogs, the emote potential was plentiful. Boom, says Stricken. Boom, says Stricken. Welcome in, Stricken. How are you doing? Thank you very much for that subscription. How are you doing, good sir?
Where is all of... Oh, there it is. Where is all of my glue? There it is. I'm gonna sniff it. I'm gonna do drugs on stream.
Ooh, nice.
By that I mean nicotine and caffeine.
Yeah, I have caffeine here. Slow release caffeine. It's only tea. You're doing all good here. I'm glad to hear it, Stricken. I am. So yeah, we were asked about our names. I think I've already explained this mine on stream, but I'll do it again. My name comes from Grand Theft Auto 2. Grand Theft Auto 2. On Grand Theft Auto 2, they had... I think they might have had a couple of, like, actual songs on their radio stations, but most of it was, like, you know, made-up stuff. And one of the made-up songs was a song called Taxi Drivers, and it was by a band that was, like, made up. I think it might have been a couple of people who, you know, who worked on the game. They were in a band, and they called themselves Bula Matari, or Bula Matari. So there you go. That's where I took that as my name, my gamer tag when Xbox Live started, and I never looked back. Basically, unfortunately. Many years later, when I was in university, I saw a book in a second-hand bookshop for 50p called Bula Matari, and I was like, "Ooh!" So my name is just from GTA, pretty much. So I had a look to see where I bought the book. I had to buy it because it was my gamer tag, and I read about my gamer tag. Turns out Bula Matari was the nickname given to a British explorer by African tribes because of how brutal he was. Yeah, so basically, my name comes from that particular part of colonial history that we all are a bit ashamed of in this country. There you go. The guy who was given the nickname, who my namesake technically, is the guy apparently who he's the guy who is credited for the line "Dr. Livingston," I presume, which is a line that was used in a line from history that was used in an Indiana Jones film. Can't remember which one.
Oh, yeah. Probably one of the earlier ones.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That is the full lore. So you are a colonialist. Yes. Yes, I am. There you go.
Yeah, I've got to colonize those nuts.
Colonize these nuts. So yeah, there you go.
We are in our 30s if we're quoting like 6-year-old memes, aren't we?
Hell yes. If a meme isn't outdated, I don't want to use it. The fact that I call them memes and not just jokes does my head in slightly. When did the word joke become outlawed? It's like you have to say the word meme. Like I have a very old head on me. A meme for me is a very specific kind of joke. It is a captioned image. It is a picture with a caption, usually posted on a website called Lolcats or Memebase.
Or Failblog.
Yeah, Failblog was the best.
I was struggling in school because of all the stress and the health issues I was having because of stress at the time.
Yeah.
So I think it was in a 2-hour IT lesson, I went through every single page of fail blog that was available.
Oh,
the teacher
man.
asked what I was doing at the end of it. I went, honestly, sir, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what's going on. He's like, are you okay? I went, no, not really.
Oh.
Have you done any work today? No. Okay. Is that because you're feeling like this? Yeah. You know, just like what else was I gonna do? Like,
I guess.
you know.
Anyway, yeah. So, but like, I didn't have internet for the first year of uni. So when I got to the second year and got some internet, in fact, no, it's the first 3 years actually of uni I didn't have internet in my house. So yeah, the fourth year was all fail blog, all the time. I used to go to the computer. There was like an on-site computer room thing where we used to go and view the internet. There was one kid who got fined for having a wank in the computer room. It's like a communal computer room for the entire site. He went in at like midnight and had a wank. They installed cameras after that. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, so I have stealth drones here, which are going to make my life a lot easier. It's crazy.
I admire his dedication in doing it in a public place.
I mean, if you don't have the internet, you know, where you
Well,
live.
you should have internet at home for the first, 3 years of uni.
The first year, I lived in a block that had been condemned. So, we really didn't have the option of internet in there because, it was.
Well, like the Halls building.
It was like literally falling apart, the building, and they couldn't install internet in it because it was so fucking old. The second and third year, we were in a student house and no one wanted to pay for the internet, so yeah, we were all very cheap and we preferred to go to the pub and drink beer than have internet. So we did that.
Fair, I guess.
Yeah. So I used to go out with a tenner every night, and I mean every night, and get fucking trolleyed every single night. Basically, it was 10 pints every night. Because where I went to university in Bangor, there was every night of the week, including Sundays, there was a pound a pint night in one of the various pubs.
Fair.
Good times. I don't believe it's the same anymore.
I don't remember any of them, but good times.
Genuinely, yeah, I don't remember much of uni. Oh man, right, I'm not going to glue this because it's only going to spoil the clear plastic, and also they do stick together fairly well. Need to bash it a little bit without bending. Come on, in you go. Go in, you bastard. It's not going in. It's really annoying. Let me get my focus thing here so you can see. You see how it's not quite. Oh, Cornish has turned his camera off.
Oh, what? No. Oh, okay. Thanks, PC.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
It's just not quite in.
Yeah. Well, welcome to GW's flying bases. They are awful.
Yeah. I might take it out and then... No, do you know what? It's in sturdy enough that I don't think it's going anywhere. I think that's fine. Oh. Stricken's on the lurk. Thank you very much for the lurk, mate. Okay, let's just whack you in there. Wow, that's still out even further. As usual, got prepping to take care of. Fair enough. Enjoy prepping.
Never said what he's prepping. Could
No,
be a
he's
doomsday bunker for all we know.
probably. No, in Stricken, it definitely is. Somewhere in the Swedish countryside, Stricken has built himself a bunker out of twigs and beer bottles. Lots of prepping to take care of for July the 5th. What's going on the July of the 5th?
America's unbirthday, where we wish it didn't exist. Where the rest of the world wish it doesn't exist.
Getting married. Oh shit!
Married?
Yeah. He's getting married. Dicken's getting married, lads.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I've already wished you congratulations, but yeah, I forgot that I was July the 5th. Damn. Well, I hope it goes real nice and real good for you. You got less than a month to go. Right. Well, did I show you my Stricken mug? I don't know if you did. I don't think. In fact, I definitely don't. No, you didn't. You need to show me that at some point. Right, what am I doing here? Right, so apparently we need to do the stuff on top of the drone first. I am actually going to follow the instructions to the letter. For once in my life.
Hey, as long as I'm not on 4 separate pages, you should be fine.
You ordered a Mrs.
No,
Stricken
I'm not
mug.
angry.
Nice.
No, I am not angry at the Krieg instructions. No, not at all. Why do you ask? Why are you asking?
Why are you asking? Actually, yours should have a French accent.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but my French always used to. My German accent always devolves into French, and my French accent always devolves into German. I don't know why.
Ideal. Okay, there you go. I have built the back end of that drone. It has a little, butthole, square butthole. I'm assuming that's the engine port.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I love the idea of your drones having canards. I really do.
It's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah. You do know what canards are, don't you?
These kinds of wings.
Yes. Well, normally you find them on the front, and they're like little extra wings on the front of fighter jets.
Yeah, like a Eurofighter.
Yeah, like the Eurofighter.
Yeah. Like little backwards. Deltas are the opposite way around, aren't they?
I believe so.
Yes.
I know that China's new 5th generation fightercraft, it supposedly also has canards, I think. That's only because they tried to copy the F-35 and fucked up.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what China likes to do when it comes to weapons development.
I mean, it's the same thing they do with, electronics and fashion development. They just copy something else and make it slightly worse. But not worse enough for it to not be worth the heavily reduced price. So if they do build slightly second-rate planes, they can probably build thousands of them to our hundreds. So sheer weight of.
It's always so. This gets into the whole quality versus quantity sort of argument.
Yeah, I would argue that quantity, if the difference isn't so great that one dude it's like the Space Marine versus Orcs argument. One Space Marine can probably take out 50 Orcs without a problem, but then Orcs generally. They mass in hundreds, thousands of them, sir. So yeah, there will come a point But I would argue that a Chinese fighter jet's probably not that much worse than a Eurofighter Typhoon. That it makes like a significant difference, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I would argue that two slightly worse planes can probably take out one better plane.
I mean, it really sort of depends. 'Cause I can't remember if it's the 35 or the 25.
Okay.
There's one of them. Which has been built deliberately to always try and like flip itself over to one side or the other. It's built deliberately to be unstable.
That well, the Eurofighter Typhoon's been built like that.
Yeah.
So
but but this is the American one. I think they did it first.
Raptor, I think. It's the F-22 Raptor, probably.
Yeah. So it's been built deliberately to be unstable. But so what they did in order to make the life easier for the pilots is that they put a computer in that makes micro adjustments to keep it flying level.
Yeah, and if you don't, if the computer dies, then the pilot dies.
No, not necessarily. But
no, in the Eurofighter, if the computer goes, it's unflyable. Even the best pilot in the world couldn't fly that thing.
But yeah, like it's still a bit silly.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why.
Rather spend money making rather spend billions of dollars making a plane that deliberately flies bad. Then we're going to put a multi-million-pound computer in it. Or a multi-million-dollar computer in it in order to make it fly stable, so that when it comes to a dogfight, the pilot can turn off the computer and all of a sudden becomes so fucking erratic that radar can't track to it.
Yeah,
properly.
But that's one of the reasons why Europe is so concerned with EMP pulse weaponry, which is being developed by China. Is it, if an EMP pulse goes off, wipes out the electronics in the Eurofighter, that's a brick. That is a very fast brick. Fun times.
It is. It's always weird how, like, the evolution of warfare in humanity's history is how far can I make this lump of rock move? And what's the biggest lump of rock that we can throw at somebody else?
Yeah. That was the Japanese Air Force's trick in World War II. My plane is a very big rock.
Yeah, well, to be fair, though, they also loaded those planes up with like a lot of additional explosives as well. It wasn't just,
Banzai! Oh man. Oh shit.
I also kind of love the fact that they didn't really question pilots if they came back from a bonsai mission, if they accepted it. It's when they started coming back from multiple missions, they're like, wait, hang on, you were not supposed to come back. What's going on?
Hang on, Terrence. I've seen you here before. I'm not supposed to see pilots again. And yes, I called you Terrence, even though your name is Yakamoto or something.
Yeah, it's a weird one, that whole...
I mean, yeah, it is definitely...
ordeal.
It is one of the weirder brainwashings in history. World War II had a lot of that shit. On our side as well.
I remember being shown a photo in school, which was... So there's always been sort of like this myth sort of perpetuated a little bit on the internet, which is, oh, there were good Wehrmacht officers.
Okay.
Who, like Rommel. Rommel's a perfect example of that. Because the rank and file weren't like official party members. But the enlisted were, like the actual officers were. They kind of had to be in order to be, be in the boys' club, so to speak.
Okay.
Rommel, mainly because I see his fucking name anywhere and anything to do with War 2. I see his name in War Thunder. I used to see his name a lot in World of Warships and World of Tanks and things like that.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought, oh, I'm going to be the next Star Wars playing. No, it's an arcade shooter. Like, there's no fucking tactics involved, really.
Hmm.
Not to the same degree as there is an actual fucking war, so, shut your noise.
Indeed.
But yeah, like... But yeah, Rommel was a member of the Nazi Party, because he kind of had to be.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Bad dude.
And yeah. Also credited with inventing Blitzkrieg, which is absolutely not true. So him and Heinz Guderian were credited with inventing Blitzkrieg. Not true. It was a British man. The British came up with Blitzkrieg before the Germans did.
Fair enough. I mean, the Germans probably named it Blitzkrieg, but we probably had another name for it.
I don't remember. I can't remember what we called it. I mean, to be fair, it's also like interwar British military thinking, so it was probably something on the lines of Armored Cavalry Tactics 101 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we also came up with the idea of concentration camps. Yay!
Yeah, we did in the Boer War.
Yes.
Which Churchill had a hand in.
Of course he fucking did. Of course he fucking did. He was a bad man.
He was good for the war, but other than that...
Yeah, a reprehensible human being, but sometimes history needs reprehensible human beings.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, he had some absolutely, like, iconic moments.
Oh, yeah.
Not just during the war, but afterwards as well.
Yeah, I mean, my favourite Churchill moment is when he called the woman ugly. That was brilliant. Like, you're drunk. Yeah. It's like, yes, madam, but in the morning I will be sober, and you'll still be ugly.
Yeah. There was another one where he, after he delivered his "We'll fight them on the beaches" speech.
Yeah.
He turned around to the end. It's we'll fight them on the beaches, we'll fight them in the skies, we'll fight them on the shores. We'll fight them in the rolling hills. Then after that speech was aired, he turned around to one of his aides and said, "We'll fight them at the broken end of bloody beer bottles, because that's all we've bloody well got." But there was another one. I think it was in the 50s. Stalin was giving a speech, and obviously they had translators and stuff like that. But it was, in short, it was like, now that we have peace in Europe, we should aim, the Soviet Union wishes to extend peace to all its nations, and that we should, make sure that peace is enforced all over the world. And Churchill sort of leaned over to a different aide and just went, yes, a piece of Poland, a piece of Czechoslovakia, a piece of Romania, a piece of Lithuania. Because the Soviet Union had annexed the Baltic states.
Yeah. It
would be Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania. Taken the eastern part of Poland, and also Bessarabia from Romania, bits of Finland from, bits of land from Finland as well. That's why the whole reason why the Soviet Union went to war in Finland.
There you go, 2 stealth drones.
They look like lambs, land-down battle mechs.
Oh, nice. Yeah, 2 little stealth drones to go with the ghost kills. Lovely. And that is an extremely powerful power that they do. So I'm gonna spring that as a surprise to my good friends, and they'll hate me for it. Excellent. Right.
Putting out shenanigans like that, sort of part and parcel of Warhammer.
Indeed. Right. So I think this sprue now is done with. I can get rid of that. Put that there. Right, so this seems to be the sprue that has some of the... So this is for the breacher teams. But I've already gotten the So this is the one I've already built. I've built the Fire Warriors. This is the turret. I believe those two are the drones. Okay. And there's the bottom of the drone. I think that's the shield drone thing, but I want the marker drone. Okay. So let me get the instructions for the marker drones. I'm going to build 2 marker drones. Very funky music there.
What, me?
No, me. I've got the. I think it's the Japanese section of Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. Actually, no, the Japanese killer were in free, weren't they? So it must be the Soviet bit.
I have very limited experience of the Command and Conquer series, to be honest.
Yeah.
And because it's like, oh, it's a video game. Oh, I'll play it, and then didn't really understand what I was doing.
Yeah. Should I build the?
I do remember there being. I do remember there being a June clone, which was quite interesting.
Okay.
I remember playing that a lot. June 2000. That was quite fun.
Nice. Okay, so that's the Guardian drone. I need that.
I can find it anywhere though.
I might be able to help you with that because I'm quite good at finding shit. Like old games.
I don't want shit. I want you.
Yeah.
I deal with enough shit on a day-to-day basis. What mouse am I missing?
Right, so those are the drones. That's the marker drone thing. So it's 95. Yes. Yes.
So this is a synthwave radio, isn't it? Am I being dumb? Yeah.
Oh, I have been I've been listening to an awful lot of like excellent sort of ambient electronica this week. It's been so good.
Fair.
One of the artists that I've sort of knew of them. I've heard a couple of songs by them, but I've been like a few more songs got like thrown into like a Spotify mix, and yeah, I sort of fell down a little rabbit hole. An artist called Throwing Snow. I don't know if anyone knows them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an electronic artist who does like just really nice sort of what's the word? Full-bodied sort of soulful, full-bodied, soulful electronic music. It's all quite nice.
Okay.
And yeah, would recommend if anyone is into that sort of thing. Right, so that is the 94s? That's a 93. Where's the 93 go? The 93s are for the gun drones. Pretty sure it's the same piece. There's 94. Where's 94? Ah, there's 94. Gotcha. I see it. I see it. Yes, the marker drones. I kind of wish I had less missile drones and more, like, marker drones. Ideally, I'd have no missile drones at all. I think the Riptide needs the missile drones. I think that comes as standard with the Riptide.
Just a little bit more sort of dedicated anti-tank, you're thinking?
Just some stuff that I like. I need the shield and marker drone combo is just so good. It just is. Ew, Tal. How's it going, Bacon? Welcome in. Say that to my Riptide's face. Ah. How's it going, Bacon, anyway? What armies do you collect? Are you an Imperial?
Oh, you're talking to YouTube chat.
Yeah, I'm talking to YouTube chat. Yeah, sorry.
Right. Oh god, I had a moment. I was like that's not showing up. Is this shared chat not working? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh no.
You're the first to pronounce bacon right. I mean, it's spelt weirdly, but it's still bacon. Bacon is bacon, isn't it?
Can't go wrong with bacon.
Indeed. You're loyal to mankind. Well, I also have an Imperial Guard army. So I have an Imperial Guard army. But I like mechs. So I could just collect more battle tech, or I could get some very overly expensive mechs.
You're talking about knights?
No. Tau, of course. They're the best mechs.
Oh.
Knights are lame. I just don't. I just don't like the. I don't like the design of the knights. They're just a bit chunky. I prefer the sort of Gundam style that I get with the Tau.
Well, the thing to remember about Warhammer specifically is that it's literally like everything is dialed up to 11. Like the Imperial Guard, arguably, are probably everything's done it to the minimum of 11. The Imperial Guard, I think, are like the lowest point of 11. Really, like the only thing that sort of makes them at 11 on the scale is the sheer billions, if not trillions, of them.
Hasn't time, sir.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas all the other factions have some sort of wibbly going on that makes them, at the 11 scale. With the Guard, it's just numbers. Tyranids, it's beings from a different galaxy. Tau is their rate of progress. Because the Tau weren't around during the Horus Heresy. They were still whatever the predecessor of them was.
Yeah, they are the youngest race, but I don't really like them. I like the Fiend. I got my Fire Warriors just chilling. Yeah. Hang on, I need to change the hue of the lighting. I think. Let's go. Let's go like that. Desert World type. There we are. Yeah, I'm doing quite well with these Fire Warriors now that I'm just sort of taking my time with them, and just I'm trying to make them all look nice. Like compared to oh shit, sorry, just biffed my microphone there. Compared to the original batch of Fire Warriors I had, I think they look a lot better. So this is new guy, and this is old guy, and I don't know. I tried edge highlighting on the old bunch, and I'm not sure I like it very much. I
think edge highlighting is very much a personal thing. Like either you like it or you don't like it. And
I don't know. I prefer my new bunch to my old bunch. Oop, there we go. Put my zoom back on. You want to paint with shades? I mean, I do shades insofar as I use a lot of inks and stuff to get the crevices. Right, so I've got 2 marker drone sets here, I believe. I think that's all I need for them, apart from obviously the bases, which I have here. La base. We've actually got 3 sets of bases here. I think the other one is for the Ethereal, who I think wants a Guardian drone. But I don't use Ethereal, so it's just a free drone for me. It's an extra drone. Unfortunately, I can't... Can I? I could have a marker drone if I found the box, or the spare bits box for my... Oh, hang on, no. Yes, there's the drone there for the Ethereal. That's no, that's not the drone. Where's the drone for the Ethereal? I need to find that now. I think it'll be on the Ethereal sprue actually. Here, there it is. There's the sprue. No, it doesn't have a drone. So where's that extra drone gone? can't seem to find that third drone. On the picture, let's just have a look at the picture on the front. So you've got, those are your stealth drones on the ghost keel. There's a marker drone. There's a drone, and there's a drone. So we've got 3 drones here, technically. So I should have the ability to make an extra drone here somewhere. Where were my stealth suits? Was there a sprue that the stealth suits belong to? I must have them somewhere. I'm gonna go look. Oh, you mean like 500 channels point shades? Oh, I see. You want me to wear shades? I see. I see.
Do you want to paint with shades? I mean, like 500 channel points shades. Oh.
No, I'm okay for shades right now. Plus, I'm not painting technically. I'm just gluing, but I will be painting eventually. I don't know if I'll be painting today though. I've still got more to make, I believe. Or do I? I might actually not have any more to make. Because the rest of the drones are in the other 2 combat patrols, which I've not even started yet. So yes, I've got this combat patrol, which is only like sort of half built, and I've got two additional combat patrols. So yeah, fun times.
Well, it's got a big pile of shame.
I have a big pile of shame.
I realize you have joined chat, so if I want to talk to Bula, I have to address Bula. Yes.
Indeed.
I mean, I don't have that redemption, so yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so I found a thing that goes in nice and easy, which means I need to glue it. Shit. Right. It won't matter too much because once it's based, it won't matter too much. You know, you won't be able to see the glue ruining it. Okay, you can go in there like that. Okay, you can just chill there. I'll pop you there. I reckon the stealth suits are gonna have a drone, and oh, it'll be the recon drone. That's what it'll be, and I actually should build that. It's a special drone that they can have.
Right.
And I don't remember what it does. I have a codex in front of me, so I can find out. Right. For now, though, I'll just make the. Oh, damn dirty horses. How's it going, Malik? Welcome in. Everyone's just hating on the towel. Everyone is just hating on the towel. You leave my little camel toes alone.
I was referring to what I'm painting.
Oh yeah, you also have horses. Yay! How's it going, Malik? Welcome in.
I don't even know if you can call these things horses because, like,
Like,
one like spiny tail and then covered in claws instead of hooves.
yeah. Well, the Tau have the hooves, so that's what I felt for. That's what I thought you meant.
Pretty cool. They would like the horse's hooves back.
Well, if those are horses with claws, would they be called clauses?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into the vagaries of that.
Cows have hooves. Cows, yes, they do. Right, I need to go and look for the stealth suit box. Not the box. Oh, they came in there, but there's a sprue where the stealth suits were at. So I need to find that. Because that comes with an extra drone. I'll be right back.
No worries. Oh. I like the Krieg signature guest mask. Hello, Lead Pyro. Welcome in. Good to see you. Out of curiosity, his name Bullbot, definitely not Bulla's bot. Huh. That's weird because I'm not seeing it on my in my chat, and I don't have Bullabot banned. Huh, weird. So Jesus, the focus is fucking awful. It's great on my side, but terrible. Oh, I know why, because of the lighting.
Okay.
I'm also on an outbreak.
I'm also on an outbreak as well.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Lead Pyro, welcome in. Or Lead Pyro, sorry. This
That's
guy.
Is it Lead Pyro or Lead Pyro? Are you...
That's a good point. No idea.
Yeah.
So, I have an issue. This is what I could find of the sprue that had the stealth drones in it. The stealth suits in it. I can't see any drone bits.
Oh no.
I'm going to open this, which is the same combat patrol, but is untouched, and I'm going to see if I can find. I'm going to go back in there, Bear. Come on, in you go, little doggo. Little doggo.
That's why Twitch is weird sometimes. Yeah, it is.
So I need to open this so that I can see if the stealth suits came with drone. They did, I think. In fact, technically they should have come with 2 drones. So I think there's a sprue missing somewhere, which is kind of a shame. By the way, Bula, you think you were gone whilst Malik resubbed? Oh, yes, he did. Thank you very much, Malik, for the resub. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right, here we go. So this is a brand new, fresh. I'm going to move this out the way for a second. So, that is Breach Team. These are all bases. That's that. That's the Ethereal. Yeah, those two are both Ethereal bits. No, that's the Fireblade. That's the Ethereal. This is the Breacher Team. That's Ghost Keel. Oh, shit. Right, okay. I see now. That is also Ghost Keel. Here is... Right, this is...
like stealth suits.
That's the stealth suit. Right. So, I can put all this back now that I've retrieved the stealth suit sprue, and I'll know whether I've got the full sprue or not. Okay. That looks... Oh, no, yeah. So that's not a drone. That's the turret. It's fine. Right, so... Here should be an identical sprue with, like, pretty much everything missing.
Also, welcome in, Lead again, I don't know if it's Lead Pyro or Lead Pyro, but welcome in. I think you appeared just as the ad break started, so you wouldn't have heard me say hello. Hello, welcome in. Nice to see you.
Hi. So this, this is not for stealth suits, apparently. I don't think. No. It's not stealth suity. That's something else. In fact, that might have been for the crisis suit. So I need to find this sprue. somewhere else. So that sprue is not here, is it?
How do you guys do this and not have like carpal tunnel?
Oh,
By
fuck.
taking regular breaks.
You say regular breaks.
Lead, like one in front of. Okay.
Excellent. Thank
So
you
it's
very
lead,
much.
Lead pyro. Thanks for asking. No worries. Welcome to the English language. It's 3 other languages in a trench coat, mucking other languages for spare spelling and grammar.
I am rather upset. I have lost the sprue I'm after. I have no idea where it is, and it's got a drone on it, and I need the drone.
I am not showing my pile of sprues because it is literally just a fucking pile in various different boxes.
Yeah.
That is a shame that I will live with, and no one gets to see it. You can hear about it, but I'm not showing it.
Right, so I'm going to put this back because it's not going to be in there. Right, so you can go back in here. Combat patrol.
Yeah. To answer the carpal tunnel question, it's like, for me, every time an outbreak comes up, I just sort of stop and not stop producing content, but like if I'm in a game, I'll just pause, or if I'm doing this, I'll just stop and like just not do anything with my hands for a few minutes.
Yeah, I have a much more
sure.
I have a much more dickish approach to my adverts. If you don't want adverts, sub.
I mean, yeah, but that's mainly because I don't believe the fucking ad manager in Twitch is awful, and if even if I turn it off, it will still run ads. I just won't see like any of the, admittedly for me, like fucking pennies.
Yeah.
From
oh yeah, it is not generous. Right.
It's not generous if you're an affiliate. If you're a partner, it's better. But, you know, it's a long road to get to partner. Very long road.
Even partners apparently have had their ad revenue absolutely slashed recently. Apparently. Right. I need to find that sprue.
But a strategic places ads in critical moments so you pay up.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, like, I don't know what goes on between Twitch's head office at Twitch's head office, but like honestly, like, there are moments where like they somehow keep making. Hey, look, it's Bula's face.
Yes. I'm going over there. That's where my shelf is. I'm just leaving it there, so I'm still on camera. I can't hear you. But...
So whenever they turn around and make a decision, somehow they have a bunch of options when it comes to a specific problem, and they continuously keep picking the worst option out of all of them. Because the ad breaks that you see now, if you don't subscribe to a channel, it used to be that the stream would not play like above chat. There would be nothing until somebody sort of like really pointed out, like, hey, this is what they edited a video where they put in like 2 minutes of ads. Thank you for the follow, lead pyro. Lead pyro. Thank you for the follow. Where they had a streamer who was doing like a level 1 no hit throughout the entire of the Dark Souls series. I hate how you can only manage subs from the browser version in the browser version. Yeah, again. You know how I was mentioning about how Twitch simultaneously always manages to pick the worst option? There you go. That's a perfect example. Then you need a game like Battletech where there is no building. Yes, like what I'm streaming on Fridays at the moment. Because for the most part, I can pause, which I do. At least they're less expensive in browser. Yeah, that's because of particularly I know Apple's a bastard for this. I'm pretty sure Google is as well now, but Apple's more of a bastard for it because you have to pay the iStore tax, which I'm not entirely sure if the lawsuit between Epic Games and Apple was ever sorted out about that.
Oh shit! Ow! Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Here are my spare bits. That looks a lot like Imperial spare bits. Yeah, that's
Possibly. I see a little cannon in there.
Yeah, and there's a flag in there, so that's Imperial Guard spare bits. So the other box must be my Tau spare bit. I'm wondering if it's in, if I've clipped the screen. Definitely Tau bits in here. There's definitely some drone bits in here. In fact, I can see the bits I need for another marker drone. Can I find the lid of the marker drone?
Well, so I've got a what is it?
What's it?
Excuse me. So I've got two boxes. I've got one box that was my primary bits box, and that is so full of Empire and Imperial Guard bits. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think I've got...
Fortnite is only on Apple in the EU because of the DMA. They maintain the Android version though, even though it is on the Play Store. Ah, fair enough. Fortnite is back on the App Store, so I think they sorted out. Yeah, because what Epic were doing, they were offering like 2 levels of payment to basically sort of fuck over Apple a little bit, which, fair enough, I'm all for fucking over Apple.
Oh yeah, 100%. Fuck Apple.
Yeah, I love having random music added to my my iTunes library that I did not pay for, did not want.
Right. I've found everything I need except for the lid of the drone. I need the drone's lid. I've got a horrible feeling that sprue is still yet to be found.
I am going to go turn the main light on, so I'll be right back.
You go ahead. Oh, there's another marker drone section there. Okay. I'm still looking at it. I'm looking for basically one of these.
Hello, and I'm back.
Welcome back.
Still crazy how they might maintain the Android build for the 2 people sideloading the Epic Game Store on their Androids. Yeah, well, you know. Oh yeah. You were talking. You mentioned about mechs, right?
Yes.
And how you prefer the more Gundam sort of build.
Oh yeah.
There's an account I've been following for a little while on YouTube and Twitter and Blue Sky.
Aye.
Called Dumb Robot Stuff. And honestly, you should check out their stuff. I'll send you some pictures in the Discord over what they've done.
I absolutely will. There's got to be more.
Yeah.
There's got to be more boxes here somewhere. I can't lose this. Come on. So it's not there. I've already got the Riptides drones. I'm just looking now. I need that. Basically, I need this. That circle there. I need one of them, and then I can build an extra drone. Where is it? I prefer Android over Apple. That's just because, you know, Apple is annoying as fuck.
Apple was innovative when Steve Jobs was still around. Now it's just like, how much money can we charge people and get away with it? And people pay the money, so they keep getting away with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking right here. Shadow-san! Shadow-san!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got Commander Shadow-san as well, but I'm not going to build that today. The only thing I can think of, there's a box up there, which is where my assault intercessors were from. I've got the sprues for the assault intercessors, but if that box has got any like random sprue in it, would be the one I'm looking for. I'm literally missing one sprue. It's doing my fucking nutting. Don't knock anything. Can't reach and... There. What is in there? Nothing. Oh, it's got template things. Motherfuckers.
Chances are you'll find it, but I think, like, I'm like this on stream. If I need to find something desperately, I can never fucking find it, but I'll find it the moment I stop because I feel like I'm trying to rush finding it.
Yeah, I'm genuinely just like curious as to where I think it might be, you know. I don't know. Anyway, at the moment I'll build 2 drones and be done with it. It's 2 more marker drones that I didn't have. Really annoying. Okay, so little blob of glue in there. Gotta make sure I'm doing this the correct way around.
So put up a video. Obviously, watch that off stream because it's like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
But yeah, like then I posted some pictures of what Dumb Robot stuff has been doing.
Nice.
Including, if I can find the thread for it quickly. They're currently building a dreadnought version of the Black Templars chaplain Grimaldius.
Oh.
Grimaldus.
Nice.
And yeah, it's still early in the painting stage, but it looks fabulous, like genuinely fabulous.
Yeah.
Like really sort of getting there with the level of detail from the 2 models as well.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a picture of what it looks like at the moment. Or at least that's the latest picture they posted of during the painting process.
Yeah.
But yeah, like honestly, Dumb Robot stuff has sort of been a bit of an inspiration for my own kit bashes in a way to sort of how to look at things.
Yeah.
Same with Pete the Wargamer and Offbeat builds. Went from Twitch web subs to fuck Apple to Fortnite to Android versus iOS. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
How did Warhammer? Oh, I'm catching up in chat.
oh, okay.
How did a Warhammer painting stream turn into a tech talk? Well, so this is the thing. Like this just happens to be like me and Bula and chat sort of shooting the shit.
Yeah.
With whatever comes up in conversation while painting Warhammer. That's sort of how we look at it, or at least that's how I look at it.
Yeah, it's just it's just a chance to get together and have a good little chin wag, you know.
Yeah.
Warhammer is a social game, if you'd believe it.
It's a social hobby.
Exactly.
It's not always nerds in their mum's basements.
I mean, nerds in the mum's basements is a large part of it, but oh, go in, go earn, you bastard. Oh, it's not going in, is it? I have to really force this. Yeah, there you go.
Come for the Warhammer, stay for the amount of accidental innuendo that Bula keeps saying.
Whee!
Oi.
Right, there you go. 2 marker drones. They need their ears, but yeah, they have the equipment. Where could that sprue be? That's really dumb head in there. Right.
We'll find it, don't worry.
I know. Right, how many ears does a marker drone have? The marker drone has 1 ear. So I need ears. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, we're on to the original Command and Conquer Red Alert theme tune. OST. Excellent.
Nice.
I was wondering why I knew this one. Very Command and Conquer Red Alerty. What armies do you usually play? Currently, I am mainlining the Tau. It's by far my biggest force now. What about? I think it's safe to say that Cornish does guard mostly.
Yeah, I've expanded a little bit into Space Marines lately, evidenced by this chunky chap.
Indeed. I also have a fairly... I've got a more than 1,000 point army of Imperial Guard. Mine are snow flavoured. In fact, my army's just boxed up behind me. I had to move them whilst I was looking for stuff, so I might actually go and grab a couple of models to show you my theme. To bring a Lehman Russ over. Be nice.
I have 4 paint schemes in my guard army.
Okay.
I've got my standard red, which is what the vast majority of my guard is painted.
Yeah.
Then I've got the Franche, which is what my Krieg are painted as.
Oui, oui.
And then I've got my my Feudal World, which are the same colours as Acadians.
Oh, nice.
Green and khaki.
The Mexicans are cool. You love the Death Corps. Yeah.
Yeah, I love them when people don't use them as a synonym for not very nice things. That's why I'm doing mine very blue.
Le bleu.
Le bleu.
Okay, there you go. That is 2. Oh shit! I've had my camera like on autofocus this entire time, and it's completely fucked. There you go.
No.
There. There's two marker drones, 2 stealth drones. I think that's a few drones complete. Nice. I need that for that extra sprue. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get my my guard army so I can show you. I'm moving the cabinet that I keep my Warhammer in at the moment, so everything's in a box. Ah! Yeah, you got your balls. Right. Let's get my headphones on. I can actually hear yous. There you go, I can hear yous. Here is my box of pretty much everything I had.
Not just that. Some people have taken the Krieg and done them black with highlights of red. Yes.
Right, let me show you.
Also, very unfriendly symbols painted on them.
Oh, good.
Hey, still not as bad as the Nurgle player who decided to mix his own shit into his paint and then paint his models with it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's thematic.
Yeah. Not in a social setting, no.
Right. I will show you a few of the models if you want. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. So my first ever army was Ultramarines. So yeah, I've got a Rhino, which isn't fully painted anymore. Here's my Assault Marines. This is like, I painted these when I was like 15, 16, so it's pretty shit. Also got the old color schemes for the Ultramarines. Do what? Oh, the googly eyes. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, it's got the old thing, so it's got yellow rather than gold. And also, look at that 4-year-old's first makeup session. Oh, yeah. I was very young when I painted these. Where's my googly eyes at? Where's my fucking googly eyes at? There they
Is
are.
that Shadow Boy redeem?
Yeah. I have to put googly eyes on. Okay, there we go. I have googly eyes, and now you guys can see. Right. What else have we got here? I don't really. I want to. I want to bring a tank out. So I'm gonna just move him. Here is my my Imperial Guard, my Lehman Ross battle tank. That's what my my guard army's tanks look like. They got the tiger stripes on them.
That's quite cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, and the mechanical standard grey with a few blues and greys. Yeah, there's a Lehman Ross. My standard guardsmen. But I'll bring out.
You're being yelled at in your chat, by the way.
Am I? Am I being yelled at? The shades. I've got the shades on. I've got the shades on. Hang on. Oh, for fuck's sake! They need me to put the other shades on as well. They've done the double. They've done the double. I can't even remember how I'm supposed to do this. I think that's it. There you go. Shades and googly eyes. Kind of negates itself, but there's a mortar team. A mortar team. My Imperial Guard. They are.
Yeah, the OG ones.
Yeah. So that's my my mortar team. Got the Ice Warrior sort of stylings. And I also have a second army of Space Marines, and they are the Imperial Fists, because I didn't want to go Smurfs anymore. Honestly, moving stuff around here is a bad idea, because it's just going to end up in things getting broken. But let me bring out the main guy. There he is.
Captain Lysander.
Yeah, there you are. The Imperial Fists. I've got them as well. On top of me Tau, obviously, who I have many of. Right. I don't really know what to do with this box now, because I can't see what I'm doing, so I can't really put it down safely, and the dog's there, so he's just going to try and chew on stuff if I put it down somewhere where he can reach. I'm just going to lift my glasses for a second, because that's thousands of pounds worth of gear in this one box. And it's an exaggeration. It's probably more like 100 odd quids. But oh, shit. God, I can't. There's no good way to put this down. For fuck's sake. Right, there we go. I'm sweating like a bastard, by the way. Let me put my chair back. So I can actually sit and look. Right, I need to put the camera back on auto. There we go. It's been one of them days. How long have we been doing the shades for? 4 minutes on the googly eyes. I can take them off in 1 minute. I am sweating like a bastard. Right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your vision right now? About a 1, I would say, or a 0. Can I have negative numbers? Right, so I should probably paint these now, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm with a little bit of painting. Should really base coat them, but I've already I have reverse vision, yes. I need to undercoat them, really. What would I undercoat them
yes, in? Negative 20 vision. Negative 20 vision.
Right, there we go. The shades on can come off now. 5 minutes of shades time done. Lovely stuff. Oh my god. I'm a sweaty boy. So, I need to undercoat them. But I can't spray them, so I'm going to have to do it by brush. Bring my brushes back out. There we go. Bring my brushes out. Do you think it's a good time to make a cup of tea? I think it is. I think it is. So I'm going to go and quickly make a cup of tea and get some kitchen roll that I can paint. And when we come back, I'm going to paint the drones that I stuck together. Lovely. So,
Nice.
Yes. I'll leave you with Cornish. There you go. We're back shortly.
Lick, lick, lick my balls!
Do you have any sense of people new to playing Warhammer 40k? Honestly, so there's something that I've noticed in games called mental load. And that is trying to remember what every unit does, what every weapon option and things like that is. My biggest tip when you're new to playing 40k is to look at that. So if you're trying to memorize, say for example with the guard are perfect. Trying to memorize what the Cadian shock troops do and what their weapon options you've put together in your list for. So when I'm playing 40k, I'm like, right, what am I playing? Cadians or Krieg, rather. I go Krieg, right, cool. So all of my troops will be Krieg, or the Krieg variants. So I only have to look up like 2 or 3 things rather than like 400. What is 40k actually about? I'd argue that sort of the main quote-unquote story plot, if you will, is the indomitable human spirit. But it's such a vast setting. It's like a good Skyrim. It's got the expanse of an ocean and the depth of an ocean. Whereas Skyrim seems like it's really deep and rich and everything like that, but it's really only about as shallow as a puddle. Like, yeah. I do not hear them. They are only on Bula stream. If you do sound commands. But yeah, it is a sci-fi universe that is devoid of hope. There are no good guys. There are good people and good characters, but there are no good guys. Every faction is terrible in one way or another. Which I think is quite an important sort of distinction to remember. So you didn't hear Bula shouting. Deaf Bula, not the sound. If it didn't come through on the Discord on his Discord microphone, then it didn't come up. That could have also been Bear, to be fair. The dogs have no concept of trying to, squeeze one out quietly.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Wait, aren't Tau like the proper good guys? With a caste system? Are you sure? Everybody is equal, but we are more equal than you. And also that the ethereals are deliberately mind controlling the Tau in some way or form. Because they are. Making themselves to look like the saviors. Or like a very sort of messiah-like we are so first among equals sort of thing. It's the Tau. They have a whole cast. It's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, but don't forget if you're not a Tau, because the thing about the Tau Empire, and that's it is an empire. They call themselves an empire. It's not a republic, not a democracy or a confederation. It is an empire. If you're not a true and blue Tau, then you are a lower caste. Shit, there really isn't any really good guys. Nope. Every faction is evil. Every faction is in some way or another evil. The Imperium is evil. The Imperial Guard is evil. The Space Marines are evil. The Custodians are evil. But it's all on degrees. I would argue the least evil factions are probably the Orcs and the Tyranids. The Tyranids are following a biological imperative to eat things, and the Orcs just sort of want a good fight. They don't really care if they live or die. They just want to fight. So I'd argue that those two are like the least evil. But yeah, there are no like good guys in 40k. There are good characters. Oh god, what the fuck am I doing here? There we go. There are good people in every faction. But that's about as far as it gets. Every faction is equally morally shitty in their own way. Yes. No, it's all good. Yeah. Well, they're following a biological imperative. The way they go about it is evil, but like at the same time, our humans' biological imperative to eat food.
Right.
Some people.
I return.
Welcome back.
What are we talking about?
I think lead Pyro was like, oh yeah, the Tau are like proper good guys, aren't they? In the 40k universe. I went, no, they're not. Not with the caste system, they're not.
They're brainwashed. They're brainwashed camel peeps.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you're like one of the minor races, you're less equal than proper Tau of R.
Yeah, I play a non-brainwashed army.
Oh, yeah, because
Farsight's
trying to make his own thing, isn't he?
Well, it's basically just it's an army that broke away. It travelled too far for the brainwashing to travel. Wubba lubba dub dub indeed. Do they have sentience to choose? I believe no. I don't know. I believe they do.
We're talking about the Tyranid. Like, I'd argue that the two least evil factions are the Orcs.
Okay. I mean, the Orcs are just
Tyranids.
The Orcs are just a lovely bunch of blokes who just want to fight. They're just like a good scrap.
Yeah, exactly. That's their whole purpose in life, is to go and find a good fight.
Yeah.
Tyranids are sort of
they are
following a biological imperative.
Yeah, they're perceived as evil insofar as they want to eat everything in the galaxy. They just want to eat. Nom nom nom. Food is fun.
So the rank and file Tyranids know, like Tormagants, Helmagants, Carnifexes, things like that. Hive Tyrant. So when you get into like the sort of like like the big boy creatures, like the hive tyrants, the Norn emissaries.
We talk about the sentience here.
Yeah. Like the only creatures in the Tyranids that have any form of like 100% sentience are the Norn queens, who don't ever go planet side. They're only ever in their ships.
Yeah.
They don't leave. They don't. Yeah, they're you only find them in Tyranid ships in orbit. That's it.
Right, I am currently base coating my army with Mechanicum Standard Grey, which is what I coat all of my armies in.
Somebody tried to argue to me once that Chaos wasn't evil, and I went, really? Chaos isn't evil? I was, oh, what do you mean? It's like, what do you know about the Siege of Terra during the Horus Heresy? Oh, well, it was like a rebellion and stuff. I went, yeah. Do you know what the Emperor's children did? Because they were a traitor faction. Or a traitor legion. I went, no. And it's like, outside of, like, fighting other people, they were deliberately hunting civilians and blending them down to make drugs.
Yay! Yummy
and you
drugs.
want to tell me that they weren't evil?
Mm.
And he was like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah."
I don't think
that's not something a non-evil faction would do, is it?
Yeah, I don't think that there is a genuinely good army.
I will have my mind's a bit blown, lol. Yeah. As I said earlier, like 40k is a setting deliberately written with no, like, completely devoid of hope.
Yeah, it is. There are no good guys in 40k.
Yeah.
Every army has done its fair share of terrible shit. The line in Dawn of War, the Commissar says sometimes when you choose him is perfect. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Yeah. Hope is the first step of the road to disappointment as well.
That's from the infantry.
You also have to remember, like, when 40k was released as a setting as well.
Yeah.
And where it was released.
Yeah, it's it was like the 70s, 80s, wasn't it?
It was the early 80s.
Oh, mid Cold War, fucking hell.
mid Cold War, and it was released in Thatcherite Britain.
Yeah.
Of course, it was written as a universe devoid of hope.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Can't believe they spent so much on a... I mean, the Salamanders are the most positively aligned Space Marine chapter, right? I mean, yeah. Like, they are... So, yeah. The Salamanders are pretty good. In the sense of they do go out of their way to help Imperial civilians. But they don't care. They do not care if you're a child of a Xenos race. They have been known to burn out our children. Just saying.
Yeah. He spent 1.5 hours building up a joke yesterday, and Bula chose violence and ruin. Said, "Yes, I did."
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you, Bula?
Yeah. It's more entertaining to me if I ruin the joke.
However, BattleTech, on the other hand, is so, like, this is the... I know people like to compare Warhammer and BattleTech to each other, and I like them for two very different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I like BattleTech because I like big stumpy robots, and the big stumpy robots in Warhammer don't really scratch the same itch.
True.
But it's also, like, Warhammer's written with external forces being a threat. Like Chaos, like, you know, Tyranids, Necrons, Tau, Votan, etc.
Yeah.
Whereas with BattleTech, like, there are aliens, but they are just natural wildlife that's on various different settled worlds.
Yeah, in BattleTech, humanity is the only intelligent life.
Yes. So it highlights a different, like almost self-destructive element that humanity has. I mean, if you delve into the BattleTech or MechWarrior universe,
Same
and
universe,
you
technically.
read about, yeah, and they are, but some people know the same universe as the BattleTech universe. Some people know it as the MechWarrior universe, when actually they are the same setting.
Yeah.
So I like to cover my bases, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, like it's wild. But yeah, even if you just read about the Star League Civil War in the BattleTech universe, or the Ameris Civil War, and then the first and second Succession Wars, is a really good insight into how humanity can be so incredibly self-destructive. Because we did almost have a couple of close calls because of ideologies and things like that,
Yeah.
or nation states.
Yankee cars have great
think-
turns. They do not. They do not have great turns.
So I do think that I'm not. If I had to align myself with any particular great house in BattleTech, it would be Davian, because one, autocannons, two, Anglo-French,
Okay.
which is I find really funny, and also the fact they actually listen to MechWarrior complaints.
Right. For me, it's Steiner, just because assault, assault, assault.
Yeah, but for me, Catherine Steiner Davian sort of ruined Steiner for me, to be honest.
Yeah, but Steiner Scoutlands. That's all I have to say. Those three words are the reason I like Steiner.
Yeah. Which are the Votan? I know nothing about them if it's not too much of an ask, because they're only law stuff you know. The Votan are basically the squat. I don't know if you remember this. Are basically the squats but rebranded.
Yeah.
They are short, very. They are short, very strong people who worship artificial intelligence.
Yeah. And they
But
are.
the artificial intelligence is slowly dying because rather than repairing the artificial intelligence, the Votan just keep adding more storage banks to them. Which
Yeah.
is quite funny.
They are heavily mutated as well.
Okay, they're not mutated like Chaos mutated.
No,
They've
no.
just evolved.
Yeah, kind of. But they have, like, weird mutations. They have weird, freaky, mutated faces.
The Votan?
Yes.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. My friend has a load of models, and I've got the White Dwarf issue that he lent me, which goes with the lore and stuff.
Like, they are a very, very, very distant cousin of humanity.
Yeah, but humanity thinks of them as Xenos, basically, because they are mutants.
Or abhuman.
Yeah. They're abhuman. They're mutated beasties. So, yes, the Space Marines will murder them on sight.
Did you know that the Tau almost made a Space Marine?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, they made simulacrums.
Okay.
But instead of putting a person inside the suit, it's all robot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Mainly because they tried indoctrinating a space. They captured a Space Marine once and tried indoctrinating him.
Oh yeah.
It did not go well. It did not go well.
They have indoctrinated humans before.
Humans, yes. Space Marines, no.
No. But yeah, the latest kill team has a couple of humans in there in the Tower one.
Oh, that's green stuff. I'm not painting.
Which is cool.
I'll go badly wrong. Yeah, yeah. Although I'd argue one of rounding back to the evilness of factions conversation. Fuck the Gene Stealer cult. That is fucking evil.
Well, yeah.
Like, genuinely evil. The Votan are enough to... But, yeah. It's only because you just randomly popped into my head. But, yeah, the Votan are an offshoot of humanity that's now at the point where it's so far removed that they can't even be sort of recognized as human. They are humanoid, but they are no longer human.
Yeah.
And they are effectively space dwarfs. They do go and mine, like, entire planets, and they don't care if there are people or species living on it. It's like, yeah, that planet's got these materials that we need, and we're just gonna go mine it and fuck anybody who lives on that planet.
Yeah. Rock and stone.
Mm.
But yeah, if you want, I can get the White Dwarf issue and read a bit of lore out for you if you want. It's only on the other side of the room.
I mean, I'm alright, but if chat wants you to do it,
yeah, they wish they can request it. Right, that is the scout drones undercoated. I'm hoping I haven't gotten rid of too much of the detail there, but doing it with the brush is always a risk.
I would just dry brush him.
Look, all that lives on that planet, just exploit it, fix it, approves.
Yeah, they do crack planets just to get the...
Yeah.
You know.
They got so close to being good guys, and then it was just a hard left out of nowhere.
Welcome to 40k.
Yeah. Everyone thinks they're the good guy, but everyone just keeps doing awful shit.
Oh, excuse me.
I would say...
Howdy, my dudes. Hey, Jack, how's it going?
Hey, Jack Baloo's in. Welcome in. I would say that I would argue that the Imperial Guard's evil shit is probably the most easy to not like justify, but like understand. Whoa! Fucking Jesus Christ on a bike! I am sneezing like a bastard. I might need to get an antihistamine in my body. Seems to be a recurring theme.
Yeah. Good fun to have a breather from work, lol. There seems to be the reoccurring theme. Lol. Yeah, exactly. Again, like, it's... There's so much to the universe as well. But what's really sort of interesting is that because it's set for... Because, like, humanity advanced, it started colonizing other worlds, but did so without the aid of FTL travel or warp travel. So they sent generation ships out. So you got all of these, like, wonderfully diverse planets within the Imperium, which eventually ended up connected together because FTL was invented. FTL being faster than light.
Yes.
The human empire became incredibly advanced. Like, their technology compared to what the Imperium has now looks like magic.
Yeah. That's why when pieces of technology are found, they are considered relics. Rediscovered technology that the Adeptus Mechanicus should make available to the rest of the Imperium, but sometimes just doesn't.
Well, the thing is that the AdMech is an empire within an empire. That was the whole basis of their treaty with the Emperor.
Okay.
Way back when. But the Imperium will protect them, and in exchange, the AdMech would make anything that the Imperium needed for war, like ships, tanks, bullets, rifles, etc.
Yeah. The Forge World of Mars.
I feel like the guards get a little more leash since they kind of fight monsters on such a common basis. Yeah, like, so the Imperial Guard is a bit of a tricky one because, like, it fights the Imperial Guard fights the Imperium as much as it does everyone else.
Yeah. The Imperial Guard are basically the main job is be planet militia, so the police essentially of the planet. Job 2, first line of defense when shit hits the fan. So it's basically we are conscripting everyone on this planet because some orcs have arrived. Here you go, citizen. Here's a rifle. Take it. Use it.
Well, that's the PDF. Don't lump the Guardian with the PDF. The PDF are crap.
Yeah, but basically, I mean, you've got militias themselves for like each hive sort of thing, but like the Imperial Guard are like world based, aren't they?
Yeah.
The world police. Fuck yeah. Right, one more drone to base coat, and then we're good.
Like, I wish there was like a little bit more consensus about how effective lasguns were. All guards fighting everyone like within one step of regular humans. Yeah, exactly. I do wish there was a little bit more of a consensus as to how effective lasguns are. Not in terms of tabletop, but in terms of like novels.
Yeah, I think it largely depends on the kind of lasgun.
There's no consistency. Like it's either like it's going to sound really dumb. Some authors describe lasguns as having recoil when they shouldn't. It's a laser. There is no recoil. There's no kickback. But then some authors describe them as having recoil.
Yeah, I think that everyone's got their own ideas about what a lasgun is, and for me, the one that comes the closest to my idea of a lasgun, the game that's done it anyway, has been Darktide.
Yeah.
Darktide for me has the closest depiction of lasguns, and the different types of lasguns do react very differently. Like the Recon it basically has no kickback at all. It's basically SMG lasgun. You got your the one that I would like to see in Darktide personally is the Long Las. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
The long. I just love sniper rifles, and yeah, like in a first person shooter, I will always try to get good at the sniping. I've not managed it yet in Delta Force. I just don't play it enough. But in like Battlefield 2, I think it was, I was a dick in Battlefield 2. I was one.
I think the funniest. Go on.
I was that sniper who was ridiculously good at like medium to long range with the sniper rifle, and at close range I had a pistol and I could wreck ass with that pistol. And I used to get kicked from servers quite a lot on the 360 because people hated me. It was very good.
I suppose the guards do make up with the lack of monsters with the abundance of tanks. Yes, exactly. The tank, so what's really interesting is that the philosophy behind the Lehman Russ, we're going to use Lehman Russ because it's the longest serving tank in the Guard army, is to the Guard, the Lehman Russ is a medium tank. To everybody else, it's a heavy tank. Because it's so bloody hard to get rid of. The Rogal Dawn to the Guard is a super heavy. The Rogal Dawn to the Guard is a heavy tank. To everybody else, it's a super heavy.
Yes.
Things like the Baneblade and its variants are super heavy to the Guard, and like whatever the next category up is from super heavy to everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have used Chimeras as light tanks because they are.
Yeah, basically. Hellhounds? Light tank?
Yeah, light tank. Well, they're based on the Chimera chassis, so light tank.
Yeah.
Basilisk, light self-propelled gun. Hydra, light self-propelled anti-air. I've got an ad break starting in 15 seconds.
My adverts have already begun.
Luckily, I'm only doing base coating, so you're not missing out, everyone. Even though people who are watching adverts cannot currently hear me.
I am taking a break from paint for a minute, so I'll wait till the ad break's done, and then I'll go back to it.
Fair enough. I'm just going to clean my brushes and then decide which of these 4 drones I'm going to begin first. I also need to decide what I'm going to do with the stealth ones. I might need to make them look different to like the rest of the drones. Like if I... Yes, I can reach my drones because they're only under my spare bits boxes. Ah! There we go.
Are you?
I'm stretching.
Were you stretching? Right.
Yes.
Okay. I was concerned then because it sounded like you're throwing up.
So we've got most of my drones have got the black rim, and then yeah, gold trim. It's black and gold basically. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And then the drones for the Riptide have got the red on them to show that they are special drones, and they've also got very much dust on them. We don't talk about the dust. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let's stick with the theme. Although I could make the stealth ones like pretty much all black and red, rather and have no brown on them. I don't know, that might be shit. Need to sniffle. I moved away from a microphone, so hopefully you didn't hear that. If you did, I apologize.
I heard that.
Oh,
That was
okay.
it.
It's bloody nose now, is it? I can't mute myself on Discord, sadly.
You get like good. That is on Bula's only bans for $3.99 a month. A friend of mine who hasn't streamed in a while, mainly because he's got just so much shit going on in his personal life at the moment, is he can be a little bit of a troll. Decided to he was in a stream and got like so worked up the streamer over the word puppy that that saying the word puppy, you get an automated message from his chatbot saying, "Oh, you have been banned for like 12,000 seconds or something like that." You're not actually banned, but you know, yeah. Well, not even that. The word puppy was used. You are banned for insert random string of numbers here, seconds or whatever. Yeah, I hope he comes back to streaming, but he's got quite bad anxiety about coming back now, which is kind of a shame. But you know, he did God of War. He's God, I can't remember now. He was a variety streamer, so he sort of bounced between games quite a bit. But yeah, like I don't know. I think he kind of saved those for sort of like special events more than anything. Hashtag just do it. Yes, right. Yeah. Love that he Russ as a Space Wolf fan. That's fair. Cool. Yeah. Like the Lima Russ is a great tank. I miss the fact that you can't. So in 9th edition, you could have three of the same data sheets, provided it wasn't what was called battle line or an epic character or epic hero or whatever it's called. Or dedicated transport. And one thing I really loved doing was the fact that I was like, oh, you could run Lima Russes in squads of 3. So you could have 9 Lima Russ battle tanks on the field with 9 Vanquishers on the field, with 9 Punishers and 9 Exterminators and 9 Eradicators and 9 Annihilators. Oh yeah, it is an absolutely awful lot, but it's also order economy as well. It's a lot easier. No, you can't. I think not long after the code. I can't remember if it was when the 10th edition Guard Codex got released or just after it. They sort of changed the orders around a little bit because it used to be the only way that you could get more orders. Excuse me. Out of like command squads and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me. Was if you were playing the Combined Arms Regiment attachment, and one commander could have the Grand Strategist, which meant that they could give only that model or that with the enhancement could give one more additional order. So I'm not going to count the Commissar because you can only give 2 out of the entire order list, if you will. Yeah, so Cadian Castellans can now give 2 orders base, which there used to be 1. Command squads can give 1. Catachans can give 1. Kree can give 1, but it has a once a battle ability to give 2. And yeah, the tank commanders without an enhancement can issue 2 orders. The only people who can issue more than 2 orders are Lord Marshal Dreer, who is the Krieg big boy, and Lord Sir Leontus, who can give 3. But he can now order. Gaunt's ghosts do not count. Actually, I could be wrong. He can give 2 orders. That's better. I don't know if that was always the case. But yeah, it's to regiment or Gaunt's ghost units. So he can order himself and one other person. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, they have a lot going on in terms of special rules. But yes, but the thing with the epic heroes is you can't give them enhancements. That's the kicker. I'm gonna have a look. Yeah, you just make him a warlord, can't you? That's it. Shadow Sun? The Shadow Sun do. He's. Yeah. I'm gonna pop that off. Oh, god damn it. Ooh, that's a hard one. Ow. Oh. Yeah. So I read a book forever ago called Emperor's Mercy. I haven't read it in a while, actually. I should go back and read it again. And it follows an inquisitor and his protege. Fighting on a planet that's been invaded by chaos. It's not the same crusade as the one that Gaunt's Ghosts are in with the Sabbat Worlds. It's a different one. I can't remember the name of it. This is the same book that was written by the author that got banned from GW. Because he plagiarized an Iraq war veterans or an Afghanistan war veterans memoirs, which is at the best of times. Yeah. I remember going in to GW and asking, "Oh, why isn't there any? Is the other one connected to Emperor's Gift?" No. So this author wrote 3 books, and they are tangentially related, but not. But they're not like direct sequels of one another, if that makes sense. They are very kind of, yeah. So I'd argue. I don't know. I know that. I think it's Flesh and Iron. I think it's called. Is somewhat directly related to Emperor's Mercy. Mainly because of what happens at the end of Flesh and Iron is sort of somewhat referenced in Emperor's Mercy, sort of. But I don't know where Blood Gorgons sits. I don't know if that's before or after those books. I think it might be before Flesh and Iron. So it might, in order, I think it's Blood Gorgons, Flesh and Iron, then Emperor's Mercy. That's good. Don't have that option, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, no. The Emperor's... Oh, excuse me. Emperor's Gift is all about the Grey Knights. Which... I'm lukewarm over the Grey Knights, to be honest. Because they were the Custodies before the Custodies got models. And now they're not, which is, you know, weird. I just read Red Tide last week. I haven't read that one. I've got like 8 books that I've bought over the past 2 years that I haven't read yet, so I need to get crack on and get reading those. If I'm being brutally honest. Before I buy any more. Hmm. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, didn't realize you were having issues there. Sorry about that. Oh, fun. And that's why we use desktop. Yep. I do need to get around to actually installing Firefox on my phone, to be honest. Hmm. That's fair.
I am muted, and I might have been muted for a fucking long time.
Oh no!
Fuck me.
Oh no!
Sorry about that, everyone.
Dear.
Oh my god. Thank you for letting me know. How are you doing, Volp?
Hey, Wolf.
Oh my god, Pikachu. Anyway, yeah, so I was just saying that you should use the app. No, Bula, don't Seabow. I don't know what Seabow means. That was a typo, probably. Good, having a reading break. Nice, nice. No Seabow is right. I've no fucking idea what that means.
Let's be green. Back in the box.
Anyway, we are painting these. It stands for "Shut your bitch ass up." Okay. I mean, what was wrong with STFU? What was wrong with that?
Where's my... Where's my Athonian?
You what, sorry?
My Athonian camo shade.
I have no idea. Have you misplaced
Neither
it?
do I, apparently. No, I'm looking.
It just evolved to Seabow at some point. Yeah.
First time I heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally the first time. It must have evolved in the last 5 minutes, because I've never heard that in my life. Gen Z got their rotten mitts on it. No, I can't paint that bit there. That's all gonna be black. That's fine.
No.
It was like a couple of months ago. Right, I'm gonna paint this bit brown on these models. Might only get time to do the the stealth drones on this this week.
Yeah, if that happens, it happens.
It does.
Right. Let's fucking sort this out, right? You two fuck off over there. Stone Warriors. Fire Dragon. Don't need you. Warren Warriors. Xerxes Purple.
Oh, we have gone through. We're now on the third Red Alert game. We've had Red Alert 2, 1, and now 3. Excellent.
Ah, yes. The Star Wars way.
Indeed. Okay, Twitch, that's it. I'm switching to Frosty. I have no idea what Frosty is. The Snowman?
APT, I think.
Oh, okay.
Legion.
Do, 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 do.
Bloody camera shaders called walkies.
Oh no. You know it's going to be like on your desk, like sort of almost directly in front of you somewhere.
Yeah, I thought it was behind the Dreadnought, but it's not.
You're back now on Frosty, whatever that is. I'm assuming it's not a snowman, but I've no idea.
Yeah, it's not on. It's not on my desk, and I don't think it's in my box of paints either.
How annoying.
Yeah.
It's like an alternative Android Twitch app. Oh, okay. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. I'm enjoying the Soviet march theme. It's very good.
Where the fuck has this paint gone?
I always played the Soviets in Red Alert.
Or just for the theme song?
Well, that and the Tesla coils, which are just the best fucking thing.
Huh, yeah, my Athonians can walkabout. That's...
Someone's
annoying,
all
actually.
finched it. They're bastards.
Yeah, apparently. Either that or I've knocked it off and not realised.
Is it on the floor then?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go have a look. I'll be right back.
Put my camera on then. My full camera, which is there. There you go. And you can see me paint. And my piss weak brew there. Looks a lot weaker on the camera. It will be getting cold though. Seeing me cup of tea on camera just made me think, ooh, that's going to be going cold. Still drinkable. Lovely stuff. Right. I'm glad I decided to do a themed OST night tonight. Frosty is doing an even worse job. Oh, good. Oh, good. We hate that. Yeah, I don't know what to suggest on apart from going on the old browser. With the shitty Twitch app.
Oh no, I've just had a thought, you know. It is an interesting thing. When he comes back, I'll ask a question. I think I know the answer to it, and Rolf, I think you'll know as well, because you teach the younglings, don't you? You're back on shitty Twitch app again. Here's a question for you, Pikachu. Do you own a computer? Like an actual computer?
Oh, right, I'm back. Found it. It's on the fucking floor underneath my desk.
We sort of knew it was going to be. I was just thinking, because Pikachu keeps going to like different phone apps and stuff. It is a thing, apparently, that the young don't tend to own like proper computers these days.
Why not? There's an app for everything these days.
Oh yeah, exactly. You do, but you're on your phone for a reason. Oh, okay. Yeah, apparently there was a study done that basically indicated that a lot fewer young people now own, computers, laptops, or desktops than they used to when I was a child. Like, for me, not having a computer is unthinkable. For my parents, not having a telly is unthinkable. I could deal without a telly.
There was a study that Gen Z and Gen Alpha have the same problem-solving skills when it comes to computers as boomers.
Yeah. I think us, like, as I'm gonna say us, because you are a millennial also.
Yes, 92.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I was born in '88, but like I grew up in the '90s and the early 2000s. That's, I think, the definition of millennial, isn't it? So
yeah.
I think I'm technically classed as an elder millennial, but either way. Like millennials, we grew up with all of the old technology and the new technology, so we know how to use everything. Basically, we learned computers when computers were sort of new and fresh. So when we were learning to use computers, we had to know at least a little bit of coding. We need to know roughly how to do shit. Nowadays, with everything being an app, skills aren't getting taught in the same way. You're the guy who has to go over that one friend's house to unzip a zip file. So at least you have that skill. That's good. But like, getting like WinRAR or 7-zip is like one of the first things that I'll do when I get a new computer, because I know there's like a set of software that has been programmed into my brain that I need. I need Steam, I need Firefox, I need 7-zip, I need Winamp. I'll usually get the Spotify app these days because I do use Spotify a lot. You don't want to flex, but you use Linux. Ooh. I would do the bloody Bob Mortimer sort of handbag in the air sketch, but you wouldn't understand it from Shooting Stars. Did you ever watch Shooting Stars, Cornish?
No.
Oh, Reeves and Mortimer are very funny. If you ever get a chance to watch the like original Shooting Stars, I think they're all on YouTube. Very funny. Just a very silly game show. The bald guy from Little Britain.
Yes.
Lucas.
Yeah, Matt Lucas.
Matt Lucas, that's it. I think Shooting Stars was one of his earlier roles.
He played the scorekeeper. Yeah, he was very funny in that.
Excuse me. Well,
You're like late Gen Z after a few years before Gen Alpha started. Oh dear me. I don't know. I
also don't think it helps that there's a generation of kids. I say kids, like they're now in school.
Yeah.
That I don't want to,
Oh, here we go. Judgment's coming. Judgments are coming. Prepare yourselves. Put your judgment goggles on, everyone.
I think there are a lot of people who now have kids who are either have become like young teenagers, so they've sort of just hit that mark where their age now ends in teen.
Okay.
Or are tweenagers, so with like 10, 11, 12-year-olds.
Right.
Who I think were born to parents who were just not ready to be parents.
Okay.
And they found that a good way to calm a child down was to hand them an iPad.
Okay.
Whenever they wanted 5 minutes. So we're talking about kids who were basically raised by iPads.
Yeah. I have an alternative theory. Would you like to hear it?
Go on.
My alternative theory is based on a lot of reaching. It is my belief. The thing. Hang on. Megapichi says the thing that a lot of Gen Z parents just put their Gen Alpha in because of an iPad. Yeah, that is a thing. I think that people who
I think we should add the disclaimer that neither of us are parents. So
yeah,
we're
this
just
is true.
going based on what we experience with other people's kids.
Yeah,
So,
the way the world is now, basically millennials, our generation, are the first generation who are less well off than their parents. We are a generation that has basically had the rug pulled from under us. We were promised all of these amazing things. You go to uni, you do well in school, you go through sixth form, you go to uni, you get a great job, you're minted. And that rug was pulled very heavily out from under us. And there's nothing's been put in place to replace that. And the trust has gone. And in a lot of cases, the way the world's been going with climate change just not getting dealt with, we've had 2 recessions in our lifetime, which is more recessions than have happened since World War II ended.
More than that, we've had a once in a lifetime recession, like pretty much every decade we've been alive.
Well, yeah, pretty much. But so there's not really a lot of hope going on at the moment with millennials, and I think that has borne out in the people who, this is going to sound really bad, people who would have, who would traditionally make the best parents, the more intelligent, aren't having kids because they just don't want to bring a kid into this world. And the people who are having kids are either having them accidentally or aren't seeing the very bleak outlook in the world that the rest of us are seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People who still have hope are having children. And people who have hope, in my opinion, have their eyes closed. They're asleep.
Oh yeah!
I wouldn't say asleep, but like...
Pyro, thank you very much for the follow. What you're saying, idiocracy is getting closer to reality. Pretty much, yeah.
I think we also have a political class that gets into politics for the sake of power.
Yeah.
as well. And this is not a problem unique to the UK.
No.
We're seeing it all over. I feel like we're seeing it a lot more all over the world
Yeah.
as well. I see a lot in the Western world. I can't speak to Asia and Africa and South America and things like that, but definitely, it from my observations of what I consume when it comes to like American-based political news,
Yeah.
and what I consume based on UK political news, there seems to be a lot of people getting into power for the sake of power,
Yeah, I would say that
rather than for the sake like being a politician, particularly like a member of parliament and stuff like that.
Well, the States is
it's
totally stable and doing great.
Yeah, I know. It is absolutely being a member of parliament or a member of Congress, Senate, and stuff like that is supposed to be a public service job. You're supposed to do it for the good of the country. You know?
Yeah. There was a.
There won't be a chance for the skibbity toilet kids to be in charge of the world because there won't be a fucking world left.
Yeah, the way it's going. The thing is, also power has the generation who have ambition, the boomers. They are holding on to power because they don't want to give it up. And that's why we're getting literal corpses in the White House. The people in power are getting older and older.
Yeah.
Power is going to skip a couple of generations. Millennials will never be in power because we won't be allowed. The next generation who's going to be in power will be probably Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and I think that's the point at which climate change will actually be tackled properly, when that generation takes over. But we've got a good couple of decades before that happens, I think, and by the time that happens, it'll be too late. Strap in, everyone. It's only gonna get worse. Which is why we paint Warhammer figures.
Yeah, using the money that we don't have, that we should have gotten, but it's been hoarded by a wealthy political class that refuses to give it away or just continues to hoard it for the sake of hoarding it. It's like, capitalism works.
No, it doesn't.
But hang on, let me finish.
Okay.
Same with democracies. Democracies are broken, but it's a system that works. Arguments aside, it works the best. Right?
Okay, there are arguments. There are many arguments.
There are arguments for and against democracy, but I will always argue for it.
Okay.
Because I believe it's the best system. Totalitarian and authoritarian states don't work.
Okay. Do you think what we have now is a democracy?
It is a democracy. It's not a representative democracy, but it is a democracy.
It's a republic.
Arguably.
We do not live in a democracy.
Okay, we use democratic systems.
Yeah. Okay. That if you're going to class that as a democracy, then technically Russia's a democracy.
Yeah, I know. Very loose.
Yeah.
Very loose democracy, but a democracy.
Yeah. But basically, everything at the moment is being the status quo is being wrestled into place by the people who have all of the money. They want to have more of the money, and they're basically going to push the lever so far that basically the 1% of the people with the money are going to have like 99.9% of the wealth, and it's good. There will be a breaking point where society will snap. It will have to happen eventually. And what happens when that happens? Well, just look at the French Revolution. Heads will fall. Heads will roll. Unfortunately, nowadays, the militaries of all of these nations have got much better kit. And pitchforks and torches aren't going to cut it So, yeah, a revolution probably won't be successful these days, especially against the likes of the United States and Britain. The dinosaurs climbed the ladder and broke most of the rungs. Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, history repeats itself. Yeah. It's
So what I was going to say about capitalism is that capitalism, I'd argue, works as long as it's well regulated,
Well-
and the regulations are slowly being repealed, allowing more
okay.
vulturistic tendencies.
That's not
That-
capitalism, though. Like, okay, the capitalism is. What's the? There is a very, very strict definition of what capitalism is. I did business, so I should know this. Like, I technically am a capitalist. I own capital. If you don't own capital, and capital is not money. Capital is assets, basically. Yeah. So I own my house. I am technically a capitalist. So there's a lot of misinformation about like socialists are capitalists by nature, technically. Because they do not, like, a socialist does not restrict your ability to own property necessarily. It will regulate it, but it won't outlaw it outright. There's a lot of misinformation. People consider that, like, socialism and communism means that you cannot own a house. That's not true. In communist countries, like in China, you can own a house easily. In fact, it's a lot easier to buy a house in China or an apartment. They're mostly apartments in the cities.
I think the other thing as well is that China was actually quite clever with its. How do we go from skibbity toilet brain Brian to politics and economics class? This is the nature of conversations.
Yes, welcome to civilization. We have lots of discussions. Yeah, no, like the whole, like, I would argue that, like, brain rot has a very important place in your formative years, and every generation has got its own brain rot. For me, it was Happy Tree Friends. It was
made me throw up at school.
Yeah, it was Salad Fingers. It was Badger, Mushroom, all of the Weeble stuff. On TV we had stuff like what did we have on actual television?
Dick and Dom.
Well, I was too old for Dick and Dom. I had SMTV Live with Cat Dealey. We had Ant and Dec.
And just like that, we discovered Butter's first crush.
Yeah, we had Ant and Dec with the Pokey rap. Yeah, it was, everything's good. I've got a big bag of crabs here.
That's also Weeble stuff.
I'm gonna put them in my mouth. Oh yes. Sorry, I won't sing the full song. How's it going, Rich? By the way, welcome in.
We're discussing brain rot and class politics.
Yes, join the conversation. We're basically just chatting shit whilst we paint Warhammers. I'm painting some drones. Drones! Oh shit. That fucking song lives in my brain because of Patrick. I'm afraid I might have shown Patrick the song in uni. I do apologize. Oh my god. You grew up with the annoying orange. I remember that one. But, like, I never really watched it that much. Not understanding it because it was in English. I see. You've been in most of the night just trying to redo your Zomboid hut as it got you got killed and your point deleted. Oh no! I've been watching a YouTuber's sort of challenge run on Zomboid recently, where he had he took every negative trait in the game.
God.
Yeah, and he didn't take any good traits, so he was both agoraphobic and claustrophobic, so he was like constantly panicked unless he was in a very large room like a warehouse. Yeah. It's been funny to watch. I'm not a pie. I'm a tomato. Okay. I'm assuming that's a reference to a different, or...
To Annoying Orange, I think that is.
Oh, Annoying Orange, okay. Yeah, I had Weeble and Bob. Love Weeble. He streams, by the way. He is still making stuff.
Still making the same dumb stuff he was like years ago.
Yeah, he's basically learning 3D animation now, which is quite fun to watch him learn it. Anything beats the Gen Alpha brain rot. You see, that's exactly what we feel like when we look at Gen Z stuff. You're already old now. You always look at the generation underneath and go, the fuck are they watching? You think you dodged your generation's brain rot? Oh, you need a little bit. You need a little bit.
I was quite weird with the content that I sort of watched when I was a kid.
Okay.
Because a lot of my friends, especially when we hit our teenage years, were like, "Oh, I'm watching like back when you could get like fucking Disney on Freeview and stuff like that."
Yeah.
They would talk about all the Disney shows that like all the kids TV shows that weren't cartoons.
Okay, like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the very few that I liked, but I couldn't understand like that Sir Raven and things like that.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
I tried watching it and I'm like, I don't understand what this is about. Same with Zack and Cody. I was like, I do not understand what's going on here. Why would I want to watch real people when I can watch cartoons?
I really used to love Kenan and Kel. That was a really good show.
Again, like I didn't understand why people would want to watch it. I was like, why would you want to watch that when there's
Oh,
cartoons?
man.
Even though I'm the older of the two siblings.
Right.
Like my sister transitioned into watching IRL shows a lot earlier than I did.
Okay.
And even then, I'm still really picky about what I watch. It's weird. It's an odd one. It's odd to see like the sort of the progression of what content I consumed as I grew up.
Yeah.
Or to go back and think and go back. Oh yeah, I watched this but not that, and things like that. I don't know what it is, but like cartoons in particular always sort of hold a bit more of a special place in my heart than like IRL shows.
Fair enough. Did you ever watch Count Duckula?
Don't think I did, no.
Oh, that was good. I think Count Duckula was in the same sort of era as like Danger Mouse and that. There were cartoons that were technically like older than I should really have been interested in, but my parents had VHS copies of them, so I watched them, and they were fun.
I watched a lot of the same Looney Tunes cartoons as a kid because my grandparents had it on videotape.
Oh yeah, Looney Tunes were fun. The Animaniacs, that was full brain rot, wasn't it? The Animaniacs.
Yeah. There's an argument there for that, exactly.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Then Taz, that was a good one. Man. Yeah, there was an era of like Looney Tunes was you feel old. There was an era in like the early internet days that I don't think Gen Z or Gen Alpha will ever really experience, where like content online was just people were just fucking putting stuff out, you know. People thought, oh, this will be a fun idea, so they fucking just did it, and put it out. And there was so much like machinima, and you know, like Red versus Blue, the original Red versus Blue, that came out because like people thought, oh, this is a fun idea, I'll do this. And there was just so much random shit. And Newgrounds, that was the site that I went to find all of me like weird cartoons and flash games and stuff. Oh man.
Goodbye, old friend.
Who's out? Who's out? Oh, you're going to be going to sleep? No worries, mate. Pikachu, thank you very much for being here. And you did sub before, didn't you? Oh no, you got a Prime sub. It was Stricken and Malik. Thank you very much for being here.
Taz of Looney Tunes. What? I mean, yeah, I would argue that it was brain rot of a different sort. The fucking shenanigans the Looney Tunes crew got up to was just ridiculous.
Yeah, the good old wild west of the internet. Xbox Live was actually amusing that time. Yeah. Do you remember when the Xbox Live first came out and they had the voice modifications built in? Oh, that was fun. Yeah, now goodbye. Newgrounds, that was basically mainly used for Geometry Dash nowadays. Yeah, back in the day, it was that's where you found all of the Weeble cartoons. You found all your Flash games, like Madness Interactive was probably one of my favorites. That was the one where
Stand.
Was it? What is that? Is that a Madness game?
No, it wasn't. But it started on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Armor Games and Conman Productions.
Yeah.
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 Newgrounds one. Last time one was pretty good. It was alright.
Yeah.
Last time two was I really loved. The later ones are a bit hit and miss.
Yeah. But like Madness Interactive at the time was just, that was fucking awesome. Like I'd not played a game like it. Obviously now you get that sort of thing all the time, but yeah, just stick men blowing the shit out of each other. Amazing.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It is 10 o'clock. Do we want to think about wrapping up, or?
We can do.
Because I'm starting to get quite hungry, actually.
Fair enough.
Anything.
Yeah, I'm. If we don't wrap up, I'll probably end up just eating this endlessly. I have many bits of drone to paint. But at least I've got the drones built, so I can use them if I need to.
Yeah, I've used these streams to build stuff as well. Like, you know.
Yeah. All right then. Well, let's. Let me just. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this brush clean, and this piece of kitchen roll is very used.
Yeah, I should probably think about replacing the one that I've got at the moment.
This brush is looking decidedly black. There you go. It's starting to come up. I think there's some dried black in there somewhere. Right, there we go. Sweet. Right, so should we do the show and tell, and then we'll go into the Discord and have a look and see what's going on there. So,
Can do.
Cornish, show us your wares.
No, helps if I actually have OBS and focus. And also if I minimize the camera, because your camera is currently blocking all of mine.
Oh no.
Yeah, mainly just more work on the horses.
More horsing.
I've got. Yeah. I really just crack on with these, actually. It's not. But I say there's not a lot left to do, it's a lot of small things to do.
Yeah.
So, like the metallics, the lenses, the actual rider and stuff like that as well. Like, I've got 2 other riders that I've done the preparation for the blue and red for.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I need to go back and sort out some details.
Yeah. So
some more details. Like there's some leather bits that I've missed.
Yeah. You would say that it's all the small things.
Oh, shush you. Yeah, I mean, I think what I'm going to do once I've also got to go back through the instructions and the sprues and grab their arms ready to undercoat and paint and then glue onto the model as well. But I want to get like this bit done before I start fuck-assing around with the reins and the lances.
Yeah.
Because they are so bloody finicky, it's ridiculous.
What I've done is I've done these 2. I've glued these together. The 2 stealth drones for the ghost keel. They look quite nice. Mm-hmm. They're coming along quite nicely. And I've also done a couple of marker drones. I'll put them together so that I can use them for my fire warriors. There we go. Lovely stuff. I will find that sprue. I will find it. Right, shall we have a little look?
Let's share the weekend to see whether or not you found it.
Yeah. Let's go and have a look at the old Discord.
Oh, that reminds me. I know what I need to do. I need to put the Dreadnought in your paint club.
Ah, yes, there you go. So
I haven't done that.
Here is the Discord. Here is my Discord, and we have a paint club channel on here. Here we are. This is the paint club channel. I should hide that, I think. There we go. Oh, nice. That looks very purple. Nice.
Yeah, soul drinkers, they are purple.
Yeah. On your camera, it looked blue.
The previous one looked blue.
Okay.
I think also because it got a light directly shining on it, and it's also quite a dark purple as well.
Yeah.
But that's after a dry brush of Gene Stealer purple around the edges because of one person making a comment. Oh, it's a bit flat. Shut up.
I like the cables. That's nice. It's just a nice highlight. It's good. Good. That's lovely purple boy. Is that magnetized, that arm?
No, so a friend of mine gave me his Intercessors and Dreadnought because he had sort of wanted to start Space Marines but ended up not wanting to, so he just gave them to me.
Oh, okay. So it just doesn't have an arm at the moment.
Oh, he does have an arm. I've glued it on now.
Oh,
well, that's sort of the majority of the model.
Right, okay. Right, what else have we got? Orc Monkey did an orc, and a big blue boy. That cookie monster has certainly had a taste of cookie.
And by cookie, we mean people.
Yes, and those are some evil eyes on that little grot behind him.
Hmm.
Nice. I like the little piggy nose, actually. The little pink piggy nose.
Yeah.
Oh man, what else we got? Oh, it's a short one this week because I believe. Oh no, I did this one midweek, didn't I? I posted this. This is my fire warriors that I've done so far. I did 3 at that point. I've got another one half done now since. Orc Monkey again, a big green boy, dark fleshed. He's really going with the little piggy noses there. But yeah, I love the fire effect on this. Fire effect is lovely. And here we go, Badger. Badger's been sticking some of these together.
Chaos Terminators.
With the tusky boys, and some Eldar. What are they? Eldar... Wraith something? Are they?
I want to say Wraith Lords, but
yeah, I think they're Wraith Lords. Yes, Badger has been putting some more orcs together as well. I think these are the ones that came in his magazine that he's getting, his subscription.
Oh, the Combat Patrol.
Yeah. He did a sort of step-by-step painting.
Wraith Guard.
That's lovely, that on the back. I love the brassy effect. Nice. Lovely stuff. Crew, did we look at these last week? Yeah, we looked at these last week, so
we
I think we're up to date.
Yes, Forge World Custodes.
Yes. There we are. We're up to date, everyone. Happy days. So,
Are you happy?
I'm happy.
All right, I'm happy. All right then. Well, thank you very much for another fantastically chatty week. Night of street of painting and warhams and all that things. All right.
No worries.
Yeah, I'll talk to you again soon.
Catch you later. Cheerio. Bye, Builders Chat.
Bye. Right, there we go. Smiley face. Okay, and in that case, I think that's us. Woof! Aha! So, thank you very much, everyone, for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you. I've got a couple of thank yous to do. Thank you to Lead Pyro for the follow. Thank you to Malik and Stricken for the resubs. And thank you just to everyone for watching. Thank you for chatting over on the YouTube. Hello, everyone. If you did enjoy what you saw here, do that follow button. You can subscribe over on YouTube, where we have all of our Let's Plays and all of our painting. I've got some music coming out on YouTube on Monday. If you want to see that early, you can go to my Bandcamp or my SoundCloud and listen to it there. All right. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. I'll see you soon. Good night.